Welcome back to another episode of the Happy Heal Grow podcast. I am your host, Inaya Marie, and you already know that this is your safe space to give the middle finger to whatever in life that has been holding you back so that you can step into one that actually feels like yours. And I'm starting this episode off by saying I do not subscribe to the term moving in silence. I hate the term. I don't like the term. I think it's stupid and it gives way too much power to people that don't mean you well. And not letting the haters know your next move is stupid. And I'm going to tell you why. Before I get you pondering on your true feelings around the phrase moving in silence, feelings that you probably didn't even know that you had, I want to invite you to join me inside my 2-week mini program, She's Unlocked. We spend 14 days together rearranging your mindset so you can stop making excuses for why you can't make progress towards your goals. I give you the space to discover what your version of success is so you can stop trying to live up to expectations that aren't yours, have never been yours to begin with. And we reframe your habits to create new ones that allow your dreams to thrive so you can stop feeling like you have to stop every time things aren't going the way you planned. This is how you're going to actually make progress by figuring out what part you play in holding yourself back. So stop putting shit off and let's start getting shit done. Okay? Program She's Unlocked is currently enrolling for $27, and you only have a little bit of time before all the spots are gone and the price goes back up to 147. So definitely make sure you grab that. Anyways, let's get into the topic. Girl, let's get into it. So, because when people say move in silence because you just can't let your haters or lack thereof know your next move, I just shut up. I just shut up because I don't agree. Like, yes, protect your energy, but everybody isn't hating. And the truth a lot of us don't want to talk about is that we don't want to talk about our goals out loud because we're afraid that somebody might see us trying and have something negative to say, or someone may see us fail at whatever it is we're trying to achieve. So instead of me talking about it, I'm going to keep it quiet because I'm afraid that it won't go through or it won't work out. And I want to save myself the embarrassment. I'm just here to reframe your entire thought process around that, or at least get you to think about if that's actually what you believe in and making sure it's not just something that you heard that you keep repeating that doesn't even serve you. So, I do not subscribe to knowing or giving too much thought to people that don't wish me well, first and foremost. I do not care to dim my light and avoid talking about what I'm passionate about, what I'm working on, what I'm working towards, because I'm scared of what other people will have to say about it. Because what are you doing? What do you got going on? I'm not afraid to talk about it. And people never have to see my vision because it's mine. Your trouble seeing me as a version of myself you're comfortable with and a version of myself that I actually am is not my issue. Bookie, it's yours. And this literally goes into my last episode in Senior Vision. If you have not listened to episode 9, make sure you go back and listen to that because it ties in perfectly with this week's episode. And I will keep saying my goals out loud. I will keep speaking them into existence. I will change my mind as many times as I want to. I will show up, start over, and evolve, whether it makes someone uncomfortable and challenges their beliefs about me or not. Somebody sitting back, hoping and wishing that I fail is never taking a place in my brain. I do not sit around and think about all the people that hate me, that wish that I don't succeed. I don't think about them. And I don't know why they thinking about me. Like, that's really, like, that's weird. So it shouldn't take space up in your brain either. I truly believe in saying things out loud, speaking into existence, and going for it. I stand behind myself 10 toes. I will bet on myself every single time. And there is absolutely nothing you could say that'll deter me from my end goal. There is nothing you could do or say that's going to stop me from being successful. Even if you are wishing and hoping that I fail, and let's just say that I do, the reason I fail will have nothing to do with you hoping and wishing and praying. It will just be, it's out of alignment. It's not the right timing. It's not working out for me. And there's something better for me. It will never be the result of someone hoping and praying and crossing their toes, hoping that it doesn't work out. Which brings me to my next point. People say to move in silence because people are preying on their downfall, waiting for you to fail, sprinkling that negative energy on you every time they type your Instagram handle in the motherfucking search bar. Why do I have to believe that? I do not resonate with the idea that people close to me feel the way about me, that feel that way about me and my goals. And the only people I'm concerned about are the people waiting for me to win. Waiting for Waiting for me to inspire them, waiting for me to motivate them, teach them. I could really care less about a motherfucker sitting up, crossing their fingers and toes, hoping I fall on my face, and then smiling and waving when they see me in passing. I could never, ever let that kind of person matter. And that is the least of my worries, and it should be the least of your worries. Why are we giving so much power? Why are we giving so much power to that person? Think about the way that sounds. If you really break down the whole moving in silence, they praying on my downfall. Like, if you really sit back and think about that, it's just giving people that don't wish you well way too much power, more thought than they should ever be given, as far as I'm concerned. There is no way that I'm saying my goals out loud. I'm manifesting. I'm working towards it. I'm moving in alignment. The only way that doesn't happen, like I said, is if I stop putting in the work, if I'm closed off to the possibilities of how my manifestation could arrive. Time, alignment, mental capacity, readiness all play a factor. But just because it doesn't arrive in a pink box and a bow doesn't make it any less than what I desired. I am always open to all the ways my desires can arrive to me. And as long as you keep that mindset, there is nothing a hater, a naysayer, there is nothing that anybody can do. There is nothing anybody can say, do, think, or wish up on you that'll deter you from reaching your goals. And I need you to know that deep down in your spirit. I need you to moment of silence and let that sit. There is nothing anybody could say, do, hope, pray, wish. There is nothing negative anybody can wish upon you that will deter you from what is meant for you, that will stop your blessings, that will stop you from being successful. There is nothing, there is no amount of hating, there is no amount of talking bad about you, there is no amount of negativity coming from someone else that can bring you down, that can hold you back. There's absolutely nothing unless you let it. You give it the power, okay? Think about all the power you've given to people that did not mean you well. Think about every time you even allowed the thought to cross your mind that someone you value or consider a friend or a family member had ill intent, that wished bad upon you. Why do you keep those people around? That's what you should be asking yourself, not that I should keep this to myself because this person is preying on my downfall, but why do I keep that person in my energy? Why am I sharing with this person or wanting to share with the person that doesn't mean me well? Who do we need to cut out of our life because they're no good? Why am I focusing on this person so much and giving them that power to even be able to deter me from what I want out of my life? Think about it. Why are you giving that much power to someone that doesn't mean you well? It is time right now to take your power back, to watch what you say, and stop even allowing yourself to think that somebody's saying or thinking or wanting something negative for you holds any power, holds you back, because it doesn't and it never will. When you're manifesting your desired outcome, you're working towards a goal. Something that I always practice is being open to receiving. I want to be open to its arrival, and I don't want to be so caught up in what I want it to look like, because sometimes things don't come out exactly like what we think they'll be. They don't work out exactly that how we plan them in our head, but that doesn't make it any less than what we wanted. And most of the time it's even better than what we wanted. I want you to release yourself from the how it happens, and just know that it will. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter when. Your only job is to take aligned action and allow it to happen and be open to receiving. And I do talk more about this and what to do when your manifestations seem like they're not coming in as fast as you want them to. And I talk more about making room for your manifestations inside my signature manifestation course. But That course is not enrolling right now, you'll have to catch it next time it rolls around, but I do talk about that, and as far as people that you talk to about your dreams, your goals, your ideas, and the people that you're excited to share with, they get quiet as a response to your excitement, as a response to your new idea, or the people that wanna immediately talk you out of it. Well, why would you wanna do that? I have dealt with someone that wanted approval from their older brother so bad, and every time they would talk to their older brother, they would be so excited, "Oh my god, I had this idea, I wanted to do this," and immediately the brother would be like, "Why? Why would you come up with that name? That's stupid. Why would you wanna do that? That doesn't even make sense. Or have you thought about this?" Like, immediately trying to talk them out of it, immediately talking down, immediately making them feel like their idea is not worth pursuing, like it's stupid, like it's dumb, not even giving any real criticism, but just constructive criticism, but just tearing them down. And you could see like the excitement just immediately like die off. You can see them kind of like shrinking back into themselves. And it's really sad to see. Don't take that personal. Protect your energy. Your vision is yours for a reason. And sometimes it's not always meant to come off as negative or unsupportive. I do want to say that as well. Some people, you want to label them as haters, but sometimes people just have a hard time seeing the vision only meant for you and they can't imagine doing anything similar for themselves because they feel safe doing what they've always done. And sometimes someone dreaming big and pushing past the version of themselves they've always known, they have a hard time accepting that. They have a hard time accepting this version of you because they don't know this version. And sometimes it's hard for people to see us evolve in real time and they kind of have to catch up. So sometimes it's not even that they're necessarily hating. Sometimes it's just a matter of them just having to catch up to you evolving, and that's not your responsibility to worry about that. It's not your burden to carry how they feel about you. Projection is real, and you really don't have to keep quiet about your goals to make anyone else comfortable or out of fear that they won't approve. When it's time for them to accept, if they don't accept, it's not your responsibility, but you have to keep evolving and you have to know what parts of yourself you should share and what parts of yourself, that you should share with other people. Like, you have to know who to share what with. And if someone is constantly putting you down or making you feel like you can't share your ideas with them, then don't share your ideas with them. When was the last time they shared an idea with you? What are they doing? And sometimes people just can't fathom someone thinking bigger than what they can think. It doesn't make sense for them, and that's okay. You don't need their approval, thankfully, fortunately. You don't need anyone else's approval or permission. I'm so big on that. And when you trust yourself to just show up, make the decision and hold your vision, you trust yourself to pivot and you figure it the fuck out. You figure it out. And you can trust yourself. You can do hard things, you can make hard decisions, and you can try as many times as you need to get to the finish line. The person that's not failing, the person that is not making progress, is the person that's not trying. They're doing what they've always done, and you doing something different challenges them to think outside of their box they place themselves in, and they have a hard time doing that. It's not your job to make them think outside of their box. It's not your job to convince them. It's not your job to over explain. It's not your job to pull them into your idea and try to make them a part of something that they don't see value in. That's not what you're here to do. I want you to leave here knowing that you do not have to give people that don't mean you well that much thought. Don't think about them. People that don't wish you well, people that prey on your downfall, people that hate on you. ev- I just really don't feel like I really don't feel like that's the case in a lot of situations. But even if it is, why am I giving it that much thought? Why am I making this such a pillar in my environment, in my mind? Why am I making this stop me or making this big deal in my life to where I can't keep going or to where I have to say it out loud? Like, I don't want to have haters that wish on my downfall. Like, and if I do, I don't pay them no mind, pay them dust. What are we talking about? That's that's my whole thought process on the whole haters and moving in silence. I feel like move loud, do your thing, and be seen because being seen is what's gonna allow you to attract like-minded individuals. It's gonna allow you to attract customers interested in your service, interested in your product, interested in your offer, whatever it is, your content. And you don't have to hide and you don't have to avoid being boastful because you're worried about someone thinking you're bragging. Like, that's not your concern. You do you. You move with intention, you move with integrity, and you hold on to your vision. So, I want to leave you with a few affirmations to get you through those moments of projected uncertainty. And when people project their insecurities on you, their uncertainties on you, I want you to take these affirmations. I want you to say them with me. And I love a good affirmation. Okay. So here we go. I always win. People want to hear what I have to say. People need what I have to offer. That's what I repeat to myself anytime I'm feeling a little, self-conscious about a new offer or a new product. People want to hear what I have to say. People need what I have to offer. I'm supported in everything that I do. Anybody that doesn't support me is not a factor. I'm always supported in everything I do. I cannot fail. I can do hard things. I'm capable of achieving everything I desire. I'm the baddest bitch to ever do it. Say that one twice. Look in the mirror. I'm the baddest bitch to ever do it. I hold the power over my own life and my own dreams, no one else. I don't subscribe to knowing or giving too much thought to people who do not wish me well. I don't care to dim my light and avoid talking about what I'm passionate about because I'm scared of what they'll have to say about it. And to sum it all up and tie this into last week's episode, let them people know that they never have to see your vision because it's yours. Your trouble seeing me as a version of myself you're comfortable with and the version of myself that I actually am is not my issue. So keep saying your goals out loud, keep speaking them into existence, keep changing your mind. Like I said before, keep showing up and evolving, whether it makes someone uncomfortable or challenges their beliefs about you or not. Somebody wishing and hoping you fail should never take up that much space in your brain. You should never be giving it that much power. And if you would like to work with me, again, now is your chance to join me for 2 weeks. Enrollment is open. This is September's program. It's going to last for 2 weeks. I do not know when I'm going to be doing the program again. It's called She's Unlocked. Inside of She's Unlocked, we have 14 days together. We cover multiple topics about upgrading your mindset, discovering your version of success, and implementation of strategies to keep you on track with your goals long after the course is over. We're no longer choosing to stay stuck in situations and with habits that don't serve us because we're forming new ones. We're forming new habits that actually align with the version of ourselves we want to be. And inside this program, you'll also be added into our exclusive chat. You'll have access to daily audio trainings. I will be giving you trainings every single day, keep you pushing, keep you motivated to teach you about how your mindset works. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so juicy. I really hope you can join me. There will be live group coaching sessions. You'll also have the opportunity to win a free private coaching with me for 4 weeks. I'm giving this out in week 2 of the program. And if you want details, you just have to join. I'll send you direct access on Instagram. Just DM me at Marie. DM me the word unlock. I'll send you the link. And then I'll also leave the enrollment link in the comments below in the show notes so that you can go ahead and click the link and get access, get enrolled. She's Unlocked begins September 15th. I only have a few spots left. Make sure you grab it. And I want to say thank you so, so, so much for spending time with me on today's episode. If anything you heard today resonated with you or gave you that gentle nudge you needed, please trust that it's for a reason. Stop giving power to those people that don't mean you well. Stop giving power to your haters or lack thereof. And be sure to share this episode with a friend. Make sure you like, comment, and I will be back next week with more accountability and more self-love. Until then, keep choosing you. Keep showing up and know that the best is still unfolding. Bye.